42-yard line and out of bounds. First down for the Crusaders.
Down at the 42. First down.
Baker on that play just doing what he does best. Roll to the right. He's right-handed. Didn't see anybody. Got to the corner. I thought he was going to get dragged down from behind, but he is fast. He was able to get by the St. Franny's defender and a really nice pickup for a first down.
9:56 on the clock. Canisius driving inside St. Francis territory. It's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Baker lines up in shotgun. He's got Thomas behind him. 2 to each side. Baker now looks to the sideline, looks for the play call. Offensive line is set. Still awaiting the snap. Now we get it from Baker, and the handoff goes to Thomas inside. Cuts one inside to the 40-yard line where he's tackled there. Looked like Jimmy Scott was there to make the play. Scott was there along with Hayden Marling. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 or so.
Marling with the tackle. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Baker looked like he signaled for a timeout on the play, but it'll be a false start against Canisius.
Crusaders.
So what I mistook as Baker's calling for a timeout, that was him trying to snap the football and get the center to get rid of it, but it'll result in a loss of 5 for Canisius. 2nd down and now 12 or 13, give or take, lining up just inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Empty backfield for Canisius, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Baker looks right over the middle. Pass is caught, complete beyond the 40-yard line to the 37.
You know, it really looks like St. Francis. They're lining up 5 yards off the ball. A deep safety, sometimes 2, they drop 2. It looks like the middle of the field is where you can attack, but you're not going to. I know they want to go. Canisius wants to get a quick strike, and Franny's doing everything they can to stop them from that.
Nino Morgan on the previous catch. Now we line up 3rd down and 5. Baker looks right. That one's in the turf. Incomplete. 4th down for Canisius. St. Francis looked like they were going to send everybody. They end up dropping back into 5 across at the 30-yard line where the first down marker is. They send their 4, hope that the front 4 can get home. They don't, but Baker throws the quick pass incomplete off the turf. 4th down.
And I wonder with the dropping motion, if Baker thought they were coming, and then he saw that and he tried to just pinpoint that throw instead of just following through with a natural throw.
4th down here, 4th and 5. Canisius keeps the offense on the field inside the 40-yard line, down 11. Baker takes the snap, will tuck it and run himself up the middle. He beats the D-line and gets to the 31-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Canisius.
First down.
Gutsy run.
Your quarterback tucking that thing and running right at the heart of the defense in between the hashes, and they go hurry up. Stacked receivers on each side, 1 in the backfield for the Crusaders. Lined up at the 31-yard line. 8 minutes and counting to go in the 4th quarter. Baker has him set. Now he'll take the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's got a lane to the right, and he'll beat Scott there to the first down marker. Jumps over a man and gets out of bounds. No, he stays in bounds. The clock continues to run. Now it's ruled out of bounds as he's down beyond the first down marker. 1st and 10 for Canisius.
That was a leap over one of the defenders. I thought for a second he was going to land on his feet and keep it going.
I thought he landed out of bounds on the jump. The official rules to keep the clock moving, then we stop it, and we stop at 7:22, and now we run it. Baker takes the snap in shotgun, looks left side to the middle of the field. It's caught there. St. Francis marked up man-to-man, make the play.
Pass is complete.
The Doctor made the catch, and in on the tackle was Hayden Marling as he was standing right in front of Doctor as he caught the ball. Makes the tackle. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Ball at the 11-yard line now. 6:50 to go. Baker with 1 in the backfield. Baker rolls to the right, looking for the end zone. He'll throw it to the side, and it is intercepted! Another interception for Aaron Roseborough. The Red Raiders get their third pick on the day on Baker. It's been all St. Francis on the defensive side. Roseborough had a fumble recovery. He has a pick now. It's been all Roseborough for the sophomore.
Well, St. Franny's defense, I don't want to say baited that throw, but everybody, Canisius formation to the right, Baker going back over there and then just throwing across the field where the defensive back just basically was a basketball play. He jumped in front, posted up, and took it down.
1st and 10, handoff up the middle. A pickup of about 5 for Kidd.
Ricardo Kidd, the ball carrier.
I'd say Kidd can smell it, right? He wasn't going down. The whistle, I don't think he was happy that they whistled it.
Roseborough on the season, only 1 pick entering today and 1 fumble recovery. He doubles his stats, gets his 2nd interception, his 2nd fumble recovery on the year, and what a moment to do it in the Monsignor Martin championship game against this Canisius team. Handoff high, Otrumba handles it and hands it off. Inside, still fighting for more yards, is the St. Francis running back.
Kidd with the carry.
And we've got an injured Crusader now at the 25-yard line. That'll cause a timeout on the field. 5:59 to go in the 4th quarter. We'll take a break. 21-10 is the score in favor of St. Francis. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the end of the 4th quarter right after this on Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else, and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
We welcome you back to Polian Family Field, Monsignor Martin Championships. It's all St. Francis, 21-10 here, as they've scored now the only touchdown of the second half. Coming off the Roseborough interception, Aaron Roseborough, a basketball player there. As you mentioned, Paul, he makes the play, boxes out the Canisius wide receiver in the end zone, comes down with the rebound, so to say, gets the interception, and what a momentum swing that is for St. Francis with 6 minutes to go, make it 5:39 officially. They'll have a 2nd and 5 here.
We can't say, the game, is over, et cetera, et cetera. We watched that last game, which went, like you said, 3 scores in 30 seconds. But right now, St. Franny's is in a very good position.
And a flag before the snap. Looks like it'll be against St. Francis. Not too happy about it are the wideouts. Ariska on the far sideline along
Offsides.
with Aaron Lawrence. Not too happy with the miscommunication. The offsides call against Canisius.
Against Canisius, I think the enter into the neutral zone.
But, yeah, they're going to move this one back. They marked the penalty yardage off. Now they mark it again. The officials just handling the football at the hash mark. Looks like we're going to mark this one off. And now we're going to have a conference between all the officials to talk about what we're getting after the game.
One might have seen the movement on the line, but I thought the defender had entered in past, into the neutral zone. But maybe Obviously, the official saw it differently.
And after a chat, it's a false start against St. Francis. Cherry Smith can't be too happy with the officials of this one, although that's probably just what goes around comes around, right, Paul? And in the last game, St. Francis got a couple helping hands from the officials, so to speak, on that final drive that set them up to win the game in overtime. This time, though, they're up 21-10, but the officials not doing them any favors, marking that one off 5 yards. It'll bring them back for a long 3rd and 9.
Problem was the guy on this side called offside, the guy on the other side called procedure.
Otrumba in shotgun, one to his right. Otrumba steps back in the pocket. Looks near sideline. He got hit while he threw. The pass is complete. Riska on the reception. No, they rule incomplete right in front of him. The official was there to make the play. It looked like Riska laid out to make the play. Can't survive the ground on the catch. It'll bring up 4th down now, 4th and 9. So that penalty proves crucial.
That penalty proves crucial, and we were inside our room here. We were debating. We think that the official missed the infraction of going into the neutral zone, and the other official on the far side saw the player, Franny, stand up. Thus, he didn't see the offsides. Officiating. Inexact science.
And we've got a timeout, St. Francis, 4:54 remaining in the 4th quarter, 21-10.
So what do you think? Let's think it's a punt.
Well, we can't assume anything with special teams in this game, Paul. We know that punts. Canisius had a blocked punt that set them up to take the lead in the last game here just a few weeks ago. They already have a blocked punt here today that set up a touchdown. Anything can happen on this 4th down. If I'm St. Francis, up 2 scores, you're up 11 points here. You don't want to do anything risky at this point to turn the ball over inside your own territory. You just got to hope that number 17, Luke Noah, can get this one away and beyond the 50-yard line and kill as much clock defensively as you can without giving up any points.
Yep, and I think that's why they called the timeout. Let's get it set. Let's make sure we know our assignments. These punt blocks that have occurred in these past 2 games by Canisius, it looks like almost like a triangle in the middle where they push out a guard and somebody comes running through there. They want to make sure, Coach Smith wants to make sure his guys know exactly what blocking scheme they're using. This is a crucial punt for St. Francis.
Nowak lined up with the orange cleats back at around the 6-yard line. Snap goes right to him, belt high, he gets it, and it's a high punt. That one will just bounce at the 35 and take a Canisius bounce back to the 31-yard line. At that point, a total of 12 yards on the punt sets him up at the 32-yard line. Canisius has it now inside St. Francis territory. So that's what they talk about, Paul, in the timeout. They talk about let's get this punt away, but what they fail to do is get it beyond the 50-yard line and kill more clock for Canisius. Now they can go down here, 4:46 remaining in the 4th, maybe get a quick score here. I wouldn't be too shocked if Brian Gorman and this Canisius team takes a shot on 1st down to the end zone. We've seen him do it a few times already today. They've got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a man in the backfield for Baker, who's in shotgun. Baker takes a snap, looks to the right sideline, gets the pass out on an out route that was caught by the Crusaders just around the 30-yard line.
Pass complete.
They'll pick up half the yardage they need for a 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 5. St. Francis sitting back in that zone, letting Canisius have the completion, but making the play there were the Red Raiders. Now Baker steps up in the pocket, throws a floater to his running back out of the backfield, and along the right sideline, he steps out of bounds just after he crossed the 20-yard line. But that's enough to move the sticks and stop the clock. 4:10 to go in the 4th quarter as Canisius picks up the 1st down in the red zone.
1st and 10.
Baker in shotgun. 3 to the left now. And a flag will be thrown before the snap. Look like this one could be against Canisius. That'll even out the previous call that went against St. Francis on the previous drive. Back up Canisius 5 yards to where they were the play prior. It'll bring up first down and 15 now. Baker with 3 to the left. Stands at the 30-yard line, takes a snap high, had to think about it. He trips and falls at the 30, and he'll go down.
Great pressure, though, by St. Franny on the left side. It made Baker take a step back, and he just slipped. It happens, and unfortunate for the Canisius side. Good fortune for St. Francis.
They line up quickly. Same formation. Running back takes a step up in front of Baker. Baker stands in the pocket. Throws to the middle of the field. It's tipped and falls incomplete. 2 Red Raiders in the area. In coverage, Gavin Calkins was there as well as a few other Red Raiders that were all in the area of the pass as it got tipped. Number 7 was also there as well in Kainan Olenga. Now here's third down, 3rd and 25. Baker with 3 to the left. Takes the high snap. The pressure gets to him. It's a screen pass. The offensive line all pulled to the left side. It falls incomplete after the tip, but it'll bring up a 4th down now and 25 with 3:25 to go in the 4th quarter. Canisius needs a prayer.
Yeah, I didn't see the Franny's defender, but he sniffed it out so nicely that he stayed with the running back.
Looked like that was number 8. That was Nate Henrich, who's
he's been all over the field.
Made a few plays earlier in this contest. Makes another play here. 4th down here for Canisius. The St. Francis crowd loud and on its feet. At the 30-yard line, Baker in shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Baker stands in the pocket, delivers a throw to the left side. It is intercepted. St. Francis, a 4th pick on the day. This one is all St. Francis, and they're going to bring this one out of the end zone with number 24, Sean Geiser. As he made the pick, that'll turn the ball over, and St. Francis looks like they're going to win this Monsignor Martin title with just 3:10 left on the clock. Now anything can happen, but up 11 points with 3:10 to go.
Yeah.
Canisius needed to score on that drive.
Yeah, going back to the screen, Franny's gives you a zone look when everybody's dropping. It should work well, except the linebacker had man coverage on the running back. They almost must have sniffed that out, so to speak.
They knew what to expect there. Jerry Smith and his team all over that one.
Yeah, and Jerry's one of the deans of Western New York coaching. He's been in championship games. We were talking earlier about his he was just willing to take short gains, punts, and play defense, and it's worked.
Otremba, hands off in the backfield, cutting up the middle. Gaining a few yards there is Ricardo Kidd. 3 and counting to go as Canisius fans head to the exits, being serenaded by the Red Raider faithful. Hey, hey, goodbye. Clock is stopped on a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 21-10 is our score. We'll have the final 2:58 right after this intermission. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
We welcome you back for the Monsignor Martin Championship. Canisius down 21-10 to St. Francis. Frannies are going to run this ball down the middle, and uh-oh, look out. Here's a hole for the Red Raiders. They stay on the ground and get beyond midfield. The biggest run on the day comes under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It was Kamal Clark on the run. 2:47 and counting to go. St. Francis now has it inside Canisius territory. They're going to win this one.
Yeah.
2:44 to go and a timeout. Canisius, as not all hope is lost.
No, Canisius is going to use their timeouts. Quite frankly, St. Francis run 3 plays and punt. If they can get it off safely, would probably put that ball down in, the 30-yard line or beyond. It's a very difficult situation if you're a Canisius fan. I got a feeling, though, I think in St. Francis has really started to fire off the line, and I don't see Canisius stopping them, truthfully.
We take a peek at the Lancaster-Bennett game, the Class AA Section 6 Championship. That one, a good one. Bennett up 14-10 with 5:18 remaining in the fourth quarter there. And Lancaster's got the ball inside Bennett territory for a fourth down play. That could prove crucial. We've got that live stream at WesternNewYorkAthletics.com on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Check it out there as the Section 6 Class AA Championship looks to be a good one as they come to a close from Highmark Stadium. Here, however, it's 21-10 in favor of St. Francis. 2:31 remaining in the fourth quarter and another timeout. Canisius, that looks to be their third. Oh, correction, there's injury timeout on the field. A break for Canisius as they get a clock stoppage. An update from Highmark Stadium on the B Championship. Iroquois got beat by MST Prep as they get a 62-12 win for the Falcons of Health Sciences.
The Bennett-Lancaster game, Bennett High School scored 70 points in their game last week to get to this championship position, and must be a wonderful game. 2 really good teams.
14-10 right now with the clock winding down under 5 minutes to go there from Highmark.
And for our listeners who don't know, Bennett, being a City of Buffalo school, carrying a large burden for the city. Lancaster, a large suburban school around Buffalo. The Buffalo City Schools about 10 years ago.
Back in the old...
folded their league and joined Section 6. And there have been some tremendous teams coming out of the city. Look
at Western New York Maritime and Health Sciences today. Big win over Iroquois, who had, I wonder if they did break the record there. They had a quarterback who was 1 throw away from Section 6 history. We could maybe find that out for you before the end of this one.
And that's a combined team, a couple of schools, because some of the schools in Buffalo are smaller than... too small to field a whole team, so they combine these students. I give the coaches in Buffalo just so many accords. It's very difficult to coach when your students are not in the same school all day long, and yet they take these kids, they get them together, they form great teams, and there's just been some classic battles. For teams coming out of the city. I'm so happy. My dad, I'll give him props. He's a Hall of Famer from Lafayette in the Buffalo City Schools, and I know he's looking down, rooting on Bennett because he wants to see city schools.
Injury on the field was a Canisius player. He's being helped carried off the field right now. Looks to be number 8, Zaire Leonard, the senior. As the players kindly took a knee as he was down. Leonard favoring that right ankle. We'll have a 2nd and 5 coming up as this one's all but over. St. Francis driving in Canisius territory. They'll probably keep this one on the ground. Kill the clock as Jerry Smith wants to wind this one down as quick as possible.
He wants to. He wants to do it his style for this year. Jerry Smith's been coaching for so many years. He's had different types of quarterbacks, different types of offenses, different types of defenses. And he told us before the game, this year was really dedicated to grind it out. Just keep grinding it out, punish the other team physically, and try to win close games. And they've had a tremendous year this year, St. Francis. They should be very, very proud of their program.
And now a timeout called by Canisius.
You know, one thing we were talking about also, St. Francis in Buffalo, or in Athol Springs, a suburb of Buffalo, is the home of 3 NFL general managers. Bill Polian's
former and current, that is, yeah.
Former and current. So Indianapolis is general manager. San Diego, well, now it's L.A., and the third person I forget, but also the Bills' offensive coordinator.
Brian Daboll, graduate of St.
Graduated
Francis.
from this school, and all played on those football teams. So Coach Smith has touched a lot of people that have moved on to the NFL, and other colleges also. Several of his players are coaching in the collegiate level.
2nd and 5 here as we'll get this final 2:35 rolling here in the 4th quarter. St. Francis up 21-10 in the Monsignor Martin Championship game. Otrumba in shotgun, takes the high snap, hands it off to Kidd inside, bounces off of a few tackles and finds some room to the right side, stays in bounds, runs over a man, and is down inside the 30-yard line.
What do you call that hit? I call that hello, sweetheart, boom. He saw the Canisius defensive back, and he said, I'm going through you.
They wonder where this intensity was throughout the first 3 quarters of the game. St. Francis couldn't get anything going on the ground. And now as Canisius seems to be a bit deflated defensively, giving up a bit more space up there.
I think so.
With some bigger runs.
It was a muddle, a bunch. And Kidd, though, who has kept his feet moving all game long, he finally broke to daylight and saw it. And being a fan of old school football still, I know everyone loves passing, and so do I, but I do like to see the collisions once in a while.
That physical intensity that everyone that watches the game of football loves to see, unless you're the parent of that kid.
True enough.
Especially at the high school level. St. Francis not too happy in the press box with their coaches.
Delay a game.
It'll be a delay game call against St. Francis. It'll stop the clock and move them back 5 yards.
So on the other side of our room, we have the St. Francis coaches, and the delay of game, that coach is really heated.
And they're going to take a knee here. Don't think Canisius is going to come back in this one. 136 and counting as the knee is taken by Otrumba on first down. That'll wrap this one up. We'll have a few more snaps on the play. Paul, who do you like for your player of the game?
This is just me personally. I'm an all-team kind of guy, so we were talking about it before. I really have to say the Franny's defense would be my players of the game. I know that's somewhat of a cop-out, but each one of these kids, there have been so many great plays by so many different players.
Look out, the Gatorade dump's coming for Jerry Smith. That's what the coach seems to be yelling out of the press box. Don't dump him in Gatorade until the game's officially over. The last thing you want is an angry Jerry Smith. The clock hits 40. They will take the final snap here, and this will wind down the Monsignor Martin Championship. St. Francis, the Red Raiders, will be your 2021 champions. And there's the birthday boy, Jerry Smith, gets the Gatorade dumped on him from behind. A happy Red Raider family as they're taking home the championship. Did want to wish Jerry Smith a happy birthday today. A little birdie told us It was his day to celebrate, a little extra motivation as the final seconds tick away here from Polian Family Field. Official now, 21-10, your final score from St. Francis.
I have to say, though, I am just like laughing to myself in some ways where the Franny's coaches did not want the Gatorade dropped just in case. What, you fumble, it gets returned, you get an onside pickup, touchdown.
A million scenarios through the heads of the St. Francis
But
coaches.
when you're a coach, I get it. Mm-hmm. Not until you see 0.00.
And there it is, 21-10, the final as the handshake lines begin. We'll stay with you as we give you the handshake lines and eventually the Monsignor Martin plaque awarded to St. Francis.
And really a great season for St. Francis. I know Canisius, it's disappointing to get this far and not win. They were, in some ways, the Goliath coming into the season, ranked high in the state. And St. Francis just kept chipping away, and won the 2 games. As
you see the St. Francis students, you can't even see them. They're just below the camera as they storm the court, storm the track. How about St. Francis, huh? And taking down Canisius twice in one season.
Twice in a 3-week period. And those boys, I don't know where they're coming. I didn't know the school was that many kids. They're just all over this field.
They keep going as well.
Well, there's nothing like winning your high school championship at home in front of your parents, your friends. I remember being a little boy at Kenmore West. We were talking about great football teams, by the way. Kenmore West, 1969, long time ago, national champions. But it was so big in Kenmore. We'd go to those games as little kids, and they were our heroes. And now I see some of the littler kids running around that track, too, thinking this is what I want to do in 15 years or whatever.
There you see the students of St. Francis that lined up to form the tunnel for the St. Francis Red Raiders. But now we'll go to the center of the field for the award presentation.
Monsignor Martin Athletic Department to recognize today's MVP player of the game, number 23, Logan Retzka.
Great choice.
Logan Retzka, the MVP of the game for these Red Raiders. He'll get the Monsignor Martin MVP award. That one will be displayed proudly for many years to come, I am sure. That pick six, a story. You talk about moments, memories that are made in these big-time games for these high schoolers. Again, these are just kids, just high schoolers out here playing the game that we love, football. Many moments, many memories made tonight for this St. Francis team that'll be remembered for a lifetime, especially for number 23, Logan Retzka.
You know what? I know I copped out a little saying the team defense, but that's a very, very good pick. He had a fabulous game.
And the interception, that was the game-winning score.
Congratulations to the St. Francis Red Raiders.
The team gets the plaque. And there it is, your 2021 Monsignor Martin football champions, the St. Francis Red Raiders. 21-10 the final score as they beat Canisius 2 times in one season. So hard to do, but they proved that a few weeks ago was not a fluke. 21-10 on behalf of myself, Jack Cruiser, Paul Catrona. We thank you for joining us from Polian Family Field. And we thank you for joining us on Western New York Athletics, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And on behalf of everyone here at Western New York Athletics, I'm Jack Cruiser. I bid you adieu.
Again, if you forgot your
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.